Is EduHop, and I trust you are enjoying all my tutorials so far. If they are being helpful, please make sure you subscribe and you share them. Okay, so for today we are going to do something very interesting and quite time consuming. So we are just going to head straight to the point. So today we are going to do something we call change detection. Yeah, we are going to do something we call change detection. And I do have an image here. These are sample images I did. So sample change detection. So this is um, the vegetative cover for a year, and then this is for another year, and then this is the difference in the 2 years, the changes. So this is basically what we are going to do today. So let's get started. As you all know, you upload your images. I already have an image, so I'd like to open the recent ones. Let's see. Okay, so my image has been uploaded, and I guess you know how to upload an image by now. So the image does not need any further pre-processing because I've already performed the pre-processing, that is the atmospheric correction and the Landsat gap fill to remove all the bad data. So we get started. I upload my shape file. Look for the folder, save your files. Oops. Ghana district. Okay. Then the next, you subset or you find the location. So I would like to use Accra. So I like to know the attribute of Greater Accra. So it is here. So Greater Accra. I can close this, or I can better still use the disk code 306. Okay. Vector to ROI. That was 306. Okay, so we have something just small here. Size of Accra. Can check. Greater Accra 306. Okay. Select my data. Disk code 306. Yes. Then Accra. Okay. Alright, it's done. So check the ones I don't need again, and I zoom in to see my file. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the file or my region of interest for Accra. So from here, I'll be moving straight to do my classification. So if you have an image, after deriving your region of interest, whatever you want to do, you could do it. Then you move to the classification. I wouldn't like to save it. If you want to save it, you can use the yes option. Then you upload your file. So I'm using Accra. Always be conscious of these. Select the ones you always saved, and don't select the ones you've previously saved. Come to next. So here we have the no training data, which is the supervised classification, and then we have the use training data, which is the supervised classification. So the no training data is unsupervised. So the computer guess things out for you, and here the use training data, you do things by yourself. So I would like to use the use training data, anyone you want to use depending on the purpose of your work. If you are dealing with your project works, everything, project work, anything that is important, you need to use the use training data to be sure of what you are doing and to provide accuracy. But if you are just trying to learn on your own, you can actually use the no training data. So let's get started. I'm using the use training data, which is the supervised classification, meaning I'm now coming to train my computer on what to do. So as you can see, the interface is open. So I would like to have 4 regions or 3. So I would like to name my red settlement, and I would like to name my green. Oh, I would like to change the color, so I'll do it roads. So I'll make it black roads. So let me make it roads, and then my third class, class 3, I would like to do mine vegetation. So vegetation, and let me add 1 class. So let me name this water bodies. And we cool. So as you can see, we are done renaming our classes, but they have no regions, meaning we have not assigned any regions to them. So I would like to zoom in and start. So from the map, so one way to do the supervised classification is if you are an expert in what you are doing, probably you know there's a feature here which is vegetation, then you go ahead and ascribe vegetation a green color to that pixel over here. Or better still, you could use the Google Earth Pro, so you can extract your information from Google Earth Pro. So you just open it and then search for Accra, then you compare the features on the Google Earth Pro and on your Envi. So if for instance you find the same thing here, probably it could be a river, it could be a road, but if we should open this in our Google Earth Pro and then we find it is a road, then you go ahead and do it. If it is a river, you go ahead to do it. My data isn't on, so we like to skip that for now for the purpose of time. So I'm just making an estimation this would be a road. So I zoom in and it is not that visible enough. The data is very bad. Let's just do with this. It's going to come out quite naughty. So annotation, select my symbol, and I like to make mine like this. Okay, one here, and let's move downwards. Okay, so let's end it now. So settlement, so I'm just estimating your settlement. Accra is very choked. Oh, let's clear this. I like to say all these are settlements. So yeah, basically they are all settlements. So you can ascribe color to them. So what it does is, if you ascribe a color to a pixel which you have indicated to be road, what it does is when you are done, all the pixels or that same pixels will show up as road. So if you try mixing roads with water bodies, you end up seeing roads mixed with water bodies. So I'm identifying some green things over here. So what if I say this is my vegetation? Yeah, so let's say this is vegetation. I doubt we'll find water bodies here. I doubt we'll find water bodies. So let's say these are some small vegetations. Let's add one here. Okay, so let's add one more region. So vegetation. Oh, water bodies. Sorry, water bodies should be green. Water bodies should be blue. Let's change the color. Blue. And our vegetation. Okay, so we have to change the name. So vegetation, and then the color should be green. Should be green, and the blue should be water bodies. I doubt we'll find water bodies. So let's make it bare land. So change the color brown. Yeah, I can see some brownish. So let's try to say this is a bare land showing in the brownish color. Annotation 2, polygon. There you go. Okay, so Accra is at the coast, so we can probably add our water bodies now. So water bodies, and we can give it a blue color, so we can identify our water bodies at the coast. So the blue pixels here will assign blue colors to it. Let's make one here and another here. Okay, so let's go back to full extent. Let's add some settlements up here. Okay, so let's make it settlement. Let's assign the red color to the pixel. Let's assign one here. I'm setting this as settlement. So let's go back and we can click on next. Okay, so we can see what we did here. The reds were settlements. Wow. And the blue were indicated at the coast where water bodies, and the green we did at this section was vegetation, and the brown we indicated as our bare lands, and the black we indicated as roads. So you could see this is how the supervised classification works. So this enables smoothing the kernel size. It just shows how each feature will show up. So if it's a water body, how the edges of that feature will show up. So that's basically what it means. So let's click on OK. So I like to just save one. And it's done. So we don't want the classify. So this is supervised classification of Accra. Mind you, to do the change detection, we need two different images. So we have to upload another image anyhow you want it. You can upload the images and work with them hand in hand, or you can do one after the other. So open recent Park 6. Okay, I already have Park 6, so I have to use Park 5. So this is, I think this is the same image. Okay. Okay, so now we have pack 5. So this is our new data. You upload your shape file. Let's do away with this and upload a new one. And so basically you repeat the same process you did. So the first image was 2002. So this was 2002, and now we are using an image of 2017. So the change detection, at least it should span for about a maximum of 10 years will be okay for that. See the difference for 2002. See the difference here, some kind of vegetations. And you see here the year before, the road here was quite slim. Accra hasn't changed that much anyway, so we are working with this data 2017. And it's there. So I don't like the unclassified, so I do away with it. Okay, so we are done with our classification. So this is our first image and this is our second image. Where's our second image? Don't be naughty. Okay, this is our first classified image. Okay. And this is our second classified image. So let's try to minimize this so we can move ahead. Okay, so this is our first image and this is our second image. So you can note the difference in the images. So once you are done, you like to do your change detection. You use the option here, change detection. Click on it, remove the ones you don't need again, so we don't get confused. So if you are working and your data becomes too much and you feel you don't need them, you can just take them away. But be careful you don't take the image you are working with away. If not, it will be hot. Okay, so we have our two images now, Accra class and Accra 2017. So we are doing with the change detection statistics. So the change detection statistics, it gives you an overview or a statistics of your two images. So your first image, which is the initial image, and your final image, which is your last image. So if you want to find the change detection that occurred in a specific year, so let's say you want to know how the changes occurred for roads in 2017 from what you had previously, that was 2020 or 2000, or the change that occurred somewhere around 2005, and your final change that occurred around 2015. So if you want to find the difference, if you want to find the statistics, you use this option. Then you select your initial image, which is band 1. Then you select your final image, which is 2017 band 1. So you see, so what we have here is our initial class state and then our final class state. So you can see we have paired classes. We have settlements to settlements, roads to roads, bare lands to bare land, vegetation to vegetation, water bodies to water bodies. So mind you, when you are doing it, you need to be sure that whatever you do to your first image should be applied to the second image. So if you named your first class water bodies, your second on your second image it should be the same thing. If not, you can add pairs or remove pairs, or remove all the pairs if you don't want to. So you just click on OK and you give it a file name. That is, let's save it, change detection, and click on OK. Yeah, I already have a file. I like to override it, and there we go. So if you want it in a pixel count, you get it in a pixel count. You want it in a percentage form, you get it in a percentage form. If you want it in an area form, and this is our reference, our initial image, this was the image we used band with the pixel, all of these. So in your methodology, in your project works, you can state that in your images you downloaded Landsat 7 and the pixel or the Landsat size was 30 meters and you applied band 1. Whatever you have, this will be in your methodology. So we have the statistics here, we have the initial image and then the final image. So this is what we have, and you can save it as a text file. You just come to save to text file and you give it a name and you save it. So once you're done, you like to also find the changes in the themes. So to find the changes in the themes, you can use the third option, which is the thematic and change workflow. So for those of you working with vegetation, you want to find the change in land cover or land use, afforestation, deforestation, this is the option for you. After you are done with your statistics, after doing your classification and everything, you can use here. No, I don't save it. So your first input will be your classification image. So mind you, if you don't perform your classification, you can't find the change detection. So our first image was Accra that, I hope that was right. And then our second image was Accra that 2017. So these were our classified images. Click on next. Okay, include only areas that have changed. Okay, if you don't want, you can uncheck it. And next. And it's done. So you want, you can just save it. And we are cool to go. So this would be, so from here we have no change. So the black means no change. The brown also was unclassified to settlements. From unclassified to settlement. So we don't know much about the unclassified because we didn't classify. The unclassified are basically the ones we didn't ascribe any class to. So they are the unclassified ones. So here we have okay, so we can start from here. From the blue we have, so the change here was mostly change from settlements to roads. So here change from settlements, instead of settlements they change to roads. And then we have from settlements to bare land. So the brown also signifies represents settlements to bare land. And then the green also represents settlements to vegetation. Wow. So then that is settlements to vegetation. So now this would be a good thing, right? If settlements are being changed to vegetation, but where will humans live? And then here was 12. We have from roads to unclassified, we have roads to settlements, roads to bare land, roads to vegetation. So this is basically the thematic change workflow. So if you are working on a vegetative cover, if you are working with land cover, land use, this is a perfect tool you can use to find the change difference between an image of 1990 to 1995, 2000, 2002, and it is a great option. So the thematic change detection can also be used to analyze land use, as I said, land cover, deforestation, urbanization, water variability, water pollution, and what have you. So these are the steps you can use in finding the change in the land cover. So those of you working on deforestation, water variabilities, you can use the thematic change workflow and use the change detection statistics to find your informations you need for your work. So there are more tools to use. Also for the change detection image change workflow, these ones require image registration, where you have to use either the personal where you have to register your images either automatically or manually, and if you don't do them right, you wouldn't get results. So we'll leave that for another time. I hope you enjoy this video, especially on the change detection. So see you guys, and make sure you hit that subscription button. Bye bye.